Some would call it swag, some would call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Penn State's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
To the air on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He's in open space downfield. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Takes the easy completion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best play.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man quickly. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Off the RPO. Quick throw to the right. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Takes it from the gun on third down. He wants it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Ohio State is just getting blown off the field right now in Columbus, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Syracuse. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Kitchings. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go up top on second and short. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. Hits him with a stiff arm. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat and the process of cooling things off. Turning it on! And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Go straight ahead. Touchdown, Penn State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he's going to bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the front. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it.
Unloads it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Texas offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Durham. He has the first and still on his feet. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. 6th play of the drive coming up. Back to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. No, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the big fella. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And we are dead even here in the 2nd.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up now.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. That's reeled in. It's Cantrell.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. They've got the 1st down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, What adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's a heat. Gonna take a shot at this DB. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley.
The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Under fire. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off play action on first down. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bring in the heat. Zings it complete to the right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds downs at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Pulls it in. It's Kitchings. At the 35, he's got room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Lost to throw again. Caught close to the marker. It's Kitchings. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Complete to start this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Snatches it on the run. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Bunch formation for these receivers. Right on the money. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kitchings. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will give him the lead.
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That brings them to within 1.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. And the Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He hauls it in and nobody's close. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Longhorns! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the gap.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Unless there is a dramatic... Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Oh, he got loose. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. From the gun. Floating away. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Bass. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run.
Turning it on, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bass. That'll be enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 48. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Pocket breaking down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. back to pass. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for space. It's Andrews. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were